we went to Mexico. And in Mexico, we were able to perform very well. We came home with a gold medal, first gold medal from Naphtali Temu. Then we had a steeplechase reward, a 1,500 meters Kipchoge Keino. We also had a lot of good boxers. They came home with a silver. And I say that event was very good for Kenyan, coming home with medals. The Olympic movement unites the youth of the world. The standard is very high. You can be able to see your performance as a country and a continent. How many medals did we win? Take, for example, the last Olympic in Rio. Kenya came home with 13 medals. We were number 15.
Achievements zenye niko nazo I really appreciate because volleyball imenisaidia sana. If you get a kid with a talent, msaidie hiyo nini talent yake grow. Part of my achievement being the best clubs in Kenya and also playing in the national team. Like now I've gone to World Championship, I've gone to All African Games, I've been to Olympics qualifier that was in Cameroon last year, and I've been to World Cup in Japan. So I think it's a big achievement to me, and also now I'm preparing to go for Olympics, you know.
Because this is the third time that Kenya is qualifying for the Olympic Games, I can say that Olympics is the highest level in the whole world. So imagining our country representing the whole of Africa as a continent in the Olympics is something that we take it as a pride in us as Kenyans and us as the Malkia strikers.
First, I'm too happy to be part of the team. Now, since 2006, I've tried 4 times to qualify for the Olympics. Ikibounce tu hivyo. Na tunapigwa the last minute. Qualifiers za Olympics in Cameroon. Cameroon is a good team. 6 players nimecheza nao France, same team, they are good. 12 players are in France, professional. So I think ni God plus tulitumia experience. Ni my last thing yenye nimebakisha niseme, penye unafika mwisho ya volleyball, ndio hiyo tu imebaki.
She has set a new track record.
I'm doing my best in training. I'm working hard to follow the rules of athletics. And that one I will, when I reach Olympics, I will go there and do my best.
Olympic being the pinnacle of all sports that every sportsman wishes to take part in. We're working very hard, we're putting everything on the line. Hopefully, at the end of it, we're able to crown it all with a medal for the country, to bring honors back to us and back to the country.
People give you an honor. It's very serious. It's a life of a human being, the great achievement of a human being. We did raise our flag among the other countries very high, and that's the great achievement for us as athletes of this country. We need to see how can we improve the living, the education of our youth in this country through sports.
Kwanza mimi kufika hapo kwa hiyo village nilikuwa naona wakina Messi, nashtuka, unajua unaonaga tu Messi kwa Bebra nani. Unajua unashtuka nao watu bale uone wewe pia bila unashtuka wewe pia jijue pia uko hapo. Sasa hii mimi naende ile medal. Na ni gani gold unaona. Sasa hii hakuna kuangalia watu. Sasa hii ni mimi nataka watu waniangalie.
I wish all the athletes heading out to Tokyo the very best in their competitions. Enjoy the experience. Go out and give your best, and Kenya will be proud of you. Go to Kenya.
Jane Washu, setter in position, volleyball player, Malkia Strikers. You are the reason.
My name is Sharon Chetumba. I'm a volleyball player, Malkia Strikers, and you are the reason.
Remember, in every save you make, you are the reason.
Very good afternoon to you. Welcome to Team Kenya Chat. My name is Robinson Okenye. Today, we are with 3 phenomenal ladies who have made a name for Kenya and also a name for themselves. Remember, it's all about the countdown to the Tokyo 2020 Olympics. 42 days to go, and the countdown is still on. And the National Olympic Committee of Kenya is running a campaign called You Are the Reason. Now, each athlete or each sportsman or woman competes for a reason. It may be for their families, it may be to make proud their friends, it may be to make proud the country, but they compete for a reason. That is why Team Kenya is running this campaign of You Are the Reason. So, joining me on set today are two ladies from rugby, that is the Lionesses, and one who's made a name for herself in Taekwondo, that is Faith Ogalo. Welcome, Faith. Welcome, Fila. Welcome, Sinaida. First things first, how was, you've been in the bubble. How has it been? Let me begin with you, Sinaida.
It's tough.
Tough? Why? It's been tough.
Because it's different, it's new. We've really never had this before. So we've never had to stay in camp for long periods of time at a go. Yeah, so it's pretty tough. However, it's productive. Yes.
Philadelphia, do you feel like you're back in school? Back in boarding school?
This boarding school, because everything we do, we are working with time. So it's like, it's a bit crazy for us because we're used to coming in the morning, training and going back home. But now things are like, you wake up very early in the morning, go for breakfast. Like, we have a timetable, so hey.
Do you feel like there's that urge, nitoke tu nje get?
In fact, when we are getting a break like for 2 or 3 days, we start celebrating that night because uamini unaenda nje, unaona, because we are in one place, like it's crazy.
Yes.
You know, madem kasisi tumezoea kutoka nje, but now tuko hapa, it's a bit tough.
Faith, is it the same for you?
I would say it's tough, yes, because I'm used to multitasking. Like outside there, I run a lot of projects on environment. And when I'm here, at times it's tough. I cannot delegate duties. I cannot check how people are doing on the ground. You have to be there physically at times, but when you're in the camp, you can't go out. It's been tough, but I would say it's good for athletes because of the pandemic. So we just have to accept the new normal and move on with sports because we love sports. So we'll do anything for sports.
Remember, you can be part of this conversation. It's all about using the hashtag Team Kenya Live and hashtag You Are the Reason. We want to get into the conversation now. And I want to begin with Faith. Yes. Somebody may be watching at the moment asking themselves, mbona uliingia Taekwondo? Why Taekwondo?
Okay, why Taekwondo? I'll say this. I've been an athlete since when I was young, running, playing ball games, more so in Western region. We are used to ball games. And then most of our ball games, they are team sports. And I've tried for so long. And I had that urge of being a national figure, just carrying my flag, because I used to watch television. I would see athletics. They really win these things. They win all the medal. And then I say, God, when will I be like those people, be seen on TV everywhere, every day? I had that spirit that one day people will be seeing me on the television, but I didn't know how. So getting to Kibabi University, that's how it started. I used to play basketball in the university and also for Western Delights. It's a club as a junior player there. But with time, Coach Eliakim, he trains Taekwondo at the university. So he requested me to join the sport, and that's how I landed myself in Taekwondo.
That's how you landed yourself in Taekwondo. How's the journey been?
The journey, it has been tough, but with time, I've had the experience, and I'm perfecting my skills because, you know, with Taekwondo, you have to start from the scratch.
Yes.
And that is a white belt. I started as a white belter, but it came so fast. I don't know how. Yes. It's only God's plan, because I didn't expect after this time I'll be a national figure. It's only after 1 year training, not even 1 year. It was like a 3-week training, and then I just started getting those medals. It just came so fast. I didn't expect, because I've been working so hard in a team sport. I've never achieved such. But immediately I landed into Taekwondo, I just started winning throughout.
You started winning throughout. It seems you are all about winning. No losses.
Yeah.
Yes, let's get to rugby, of course, with Fila and Sinaida Aura. I want to begin with you, Sinaida. Oh, I mean, this is a time, of course, you said, you know, I'm done with rugby, I'm retiring, then you're back in the game. You know, what made you come back to the game?
First, I'd say that once you're an athlete, you're always an athlete. I think I mistook a break for I'm done. Yes, so just the urge, you know, just the urge to come back. When you're used to routine, it's like when you're a soldier, you're used to waking up at this time, you're used to training. It's really hard for you to just live like a civilian, you know. There's a discipline that comes with it. So I think it's the same thing with sports. Yeah, once you're an athlete, you're always an athlete.
So you just sat like this, ukakaa tu hivi, gas bado iko. Gas bado iko.
Also, yeah. I also think the whole pandemic just shook my world a bit. Yes.
The whole pandemic just shook your world a bit.
Yeah.
I know for Fila, you know, each time the Lionesses play and they're coming back to the country, we are always at the airport doing interviews with her. The moment they land, our mics are out. Fila, mlichezaje? What did not work? I know this is a totally different environment. And Fila, for you, first thing I want to know, you've been the captain of Lionesses for a very long time. Do you always feel the pressure of being a captain?
There's a lot of pressure, both. It's not easy. Like, you know, everyone wants to win, and these are team sport. And sometimes you feel maybe some of your teammates are down. You need to encourage them. Everyone is waiting for results. See, you're the captain. Then you're thinking of, hey, we're going to land in Kenya, manze. Questions are there. Why did you not perform well? Why are you underperforming now? You see, there is always that pressure. Yeah.
When you say that, you know, when you have not performed well, unajua tu ukiland pale kwa airport, there are questions that you will be asked. You know, what goes through your mind when the plane is landing?
Sometimes ni grace ya God. Unasema, we chose this sport. Whether we are winning or losing, we're still a team. There's no running away from it. It's the truth. So, to me, I always take it easy and I say, venye kutaenda, you see, yeah, hiyo ndio result tumepeana at that moment. Yes, tumekuwa na like a lot of challenges, but at the end of the day, Lioness is still my team. See.
Do you feel like people look at you like, you know, you are everything in this team? There's that type. Do you have instances in the game where people are like, "Maze Fila tusaidie, tubebe leo, hakuna kitu tunaweza do."
That one lazima, because sometimes you're down yourself, but you have to lift yourself up alone. Because as a leader, sometimes players feel like, if my leader is down, so what will I do? Because sometimes, like some of the games I've had my issues with injury and all that, and then they feel like, hey, captain, itabidi tu umechangamka, itabidi tu umeamka. So you don't have to like JK you cocoon like I can't. You have to come out of that cocoon and tell yourself, I have to rise. Hata kani ngumu, I have to do it. But it's not easy. Sometimes it's not easy. Even the strongest people sometimes on a break.
Yes, even the strongest break. Remember, you can be part of the conversation. Team Kenya Live is the hashtag that we are using, and you are the reason is the hashtag we are using. Remember, send in your questions to Fila, Sinaida, and Faith. They will be answering them at the end of the show. So, Sinaida, Faith said she started as a basketballer. Where did your journey start?
Actually, I was a basketballer. Before that, a swimmer. Yeah.
So sports has been in your life?
Yes. Yes.
So why did you move from swimming to basketball and to rugby?
I think swimming, it was just a bit too much. And then when I went into high school, it wasn't being taken very seriously. So I was introduced to basketball, and I stuck to basketball all through until after campus. Yes.
After campus?
Yes.
So rugby lingilia wapi?
Rugby, so I used to play for Footprints, and we used to train at Railways Club.
Yeah.
Yes, and this one time I remember seeing Mwamba Club ladies walking, and I told my teammates, hey, mimi, that can never be me. Unaona vile wamestunya. Walikuwa, you know, they were very, and they were running and they were hitting. And so I actually admired the intensity of their workouts. So I ended up joining them for one session, and here we are.
So one session convinced you that, you know, this is where my life now will.
I loved the intensity. Yeah.
And after that, it was no turning back.
There was no turning back.
Philadelphia, is it the same with you? Did you also start with basketball? Now that we have two basketballers, even if Faith says that to hell with Taekwondo, she goes back to basketball. For Sinaida, she can go back to basketball. Is it the same case with you?
No, me, I was a footballer.
Ball?
Yeah, soccer.
Hey, okay.
Limbaril. So, but me, I started playing soccer when I was very young, very, very young. So, jani yangu ya rugby ili come through soccer. Yeah, actually, I was introduced by one of the players who by then was the captain of the team, Doreen Remo. So we were playing actually by that time in one team. So kaniambia, there's a new game up. I think with your energy and speed, Nini, you can try it out. And just as Sinaida is saying, the first day, I got myself into rugby pitch. Kidogo, the next day I'm there. And here I am today. Hata nilisahau soka, as in soka nayo.
So hata tukiitisha ball pale.
Ball nayo
tukupea hapo upepete. It won't.
I'll pepeta.
You'll pepeta. Skill bado iko.
Mwana sporti ni mwana sporti.
Skill bado iko.
Iko fresh. But rugby imechukua like the whole part of me. Yeah.
Now, of course, what does being an Olympian mean to you?
That one is everyone's dream. Once you're a sports person, it's a dream that everyone wants to achieve in life. So to me, it's not something I take light. It's something that changed the entire me completely. Yeah.
You've been there before in the Olympics. You will be going to the Tokyo Olympics. And, you know, 4 years, now it will be 5 years, is a very, very long period. You know, how have you managed to keep yourself, you know, to the levels that are required all through that time?
I'll say it's not easy. But again, in sport, you need to tame a lot of things to fit in. Lifestyle, you need to, as in everything in you must change. Once you're in sport, you'll never be the same again. Party life, you need to tame it. See, discipline, how you socialize with people, and you have to embrace whatever you are doing. So to me, it has been persistent, working hard, passion, and just doing all I can to be where I want to be, because going to the Olympic in 2016 really opened my eyes. And I said I want to push harder, I want to better myself, and I want to be in the next Olympics, you see. And here I am today, so it has been just working hard, keeping myself safe, and also working, as in giving all I can to be here.
Giving all you can to be here.
Yeah.
Sinaida, being an Olympian, what does it mean to you?
Truthfully and with all humility, it would be a dream come true for me. I cannot express the magnitude in words, to be honest. Yeah.
So you're just waiting for that time?
Yes.
Faith, is it the same with you? Is it a dream that, you know, you're just steps away, you're 42 days away from achieving?
Yes. To me, it means a lot. Olympics is about international figure, because once you represent your country to the Olympics, it means we've taken Kenya internationally. It's like you're being an ambassador of Kenya to the world. Yeah. So it means something big. And with that figure, like when maybe you were an elite athlete, it means a lot on our CV. When you apply for jobs, it really means a lot.
Yes.
And also I would say that also reaching there, it also gives you more opportunities in life as a sports person. And I would say also getting to the Olympics, you also network with various athletes, because in the Olympics, people come from different world, maybe where you will never step there. But once you're there, it's an opportunity to network and also see things, how people do their things. It's not all about competing, but it's something that is
the Olympic
so wide.
spirit.
Yeah.
Yes, of course, the Olympic spirit. Let me ask you, did you see yourself, qualifying for the Olympics in such a short time as you have?
Yes, because when my coach introduced me into Taekwondo, he told me one thing, that his dream was to reach to the Olympics, but he never gotten that opportunity. And he believed that one of his students will get to the Olympics. So, and once he identified me, he used to come to basketball.
Yes.
And then he could watch how I play, he could see how I train, because I was never guided, but I used to have my training program that it was never designed by the institution. It was just a personal. I would wake up very early in the morning, like 4 a.m. You know, that is campus.
Yes.
Nobody could sacrifice waking up that so early.
Yes.
So I wake up at 4 a.m., go for road work. I come back, I do my sprints in the university, and then I will do other activities. When it's class time, I'm in class, and then when it's in the evening, I go to basketball, and then my performance in the team, it was up high. So he had that dream that, Ogalo, you are going to take me to the Olympics, no matter how hard it will be, but you have to fight and go to the Olympics. So I used to have that in mind, that it's possible.
So when you told him that you've qualified for the Olympics, what was his reaction?
He was so happy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Any words of advice he gave you?
He said,
yes,
now you've qualified for the Olympics, the journey is not going to be easy, but we have Grand Prix. Yeah.
Now, of course, you've played basketball before, which is a team sport, and right now you're taking part in Taekwondo, where people look at you as an individual. What can you say is the difference for you taking part in in a sport where you are identified as an individual, other than being a team sport?
Okay, you see, in a team sport, your efforts, you have to push your efforts, zikwe almost the same. Yeah. And then on an individual sport, it's you to push up yourself up to the highest level. So the more you put effort, the more you perform. Yeah, though we are in a team in Taekwondo, but everybody, you play in your own weight. And then with the individual, you have also to be having that discipline, because at times you are playing within weight categories. So I overeat, I go into somebody else's weight category. I underfeed, I go into somebody's weight category. So it's just you have to be very disciplined.
So before I move to Fila and Sinaida, how do you manage to maintain food to make sure that you've not moved to the next category, weight category, or lower category?
Okay, like me, I'm a heavyweight. I'm supposed to eat and reach even 100. But as much as you eat, the weight is not going up.
How many times do you eat in a day?
I can eat like 10 times.
Huh?
Yeah.
10 times in a day?
Yeah.
So that you can... How much do you weigh?
I'm now 78 kilograms.
78?
Yes.
So that is in the heavyweight category?
Heavyweight Olympic weight is plus 67 kgs.
From 67 going up?
Yeah.
Sinaida, how many times do you eat in a day?
I try to have 3 full meals in a day, but then I'll snack in between. So maybe at 10 and maybe at around 4 o'clock. So 5 meals.
So now that Faith has said, she's in an individual sport, let's come to team sports. What's interesting about being in a team sport?
I think what's interesting is there's a whole lot of personalities in the team. So there's no two people who are the same. Yeah, so everyone brings something different. And also I think the fact that in a team sport, you have someone to push you when you're low, and you can push someone else when they're low. Just the virtue of knowing you have a sister or a brother is...
But sometimes do you feel like, hey, kuna mtu hapa anatuangusha?
Yeah.
What do you do in such a situation?
Unamwambia tu, no ni dada yako, unamwambia tu. And then kumbuka, pia wewe kuna time pia wendo unaangusha watu. So vile unaweza taka kuambiwa, ndio pia wewe una approach.
Fila, Just give us 3 reasons you like about being part of a team sport.
1, we are a family. 2, the support they give. 3, love. Hii game tena saa zingine when there is no love ni ngumu. Ni ngumu.
Kila mtu akiwa kivyake.
Ni ngumu. So you need that love, as in, you know, when you're with team kwanza, you share a lot. When amesema, we have different personality, different characters, but when you can come together and embrace each other with all that, it makes all of us unique. So, yeah.
Sinaida, what's good about competing? You know, somebody sees you playing rugby, somebody anaonanga mkigongana and like, why mbona niende kugongana? Sinaweza kaa tu nyumbani niangalie. What's good about competing in rugby?
I think first it would be the exposure, number 1. Number 2, there's something about the competition adrenaline that I really can't explain. Like, unajiamini mbaya. Kwanza when you're playing and you're the favorite, let me tell you, will do wonders. It hata vitu unajiuliza, huyo ni mimi, you know? Yes. Or you surpass, say, like as a team we have targets. Say for example, tunaweza sema today we are going to play with New Zealand. Coach aseme, I don't want so much from you. Let's just defend.
Yes.
But then you find you're playing with a player like, say, for example, Portia Woodman or Michaela Blythe. Those are big names in the rugby fraternity. You make just one tackle. Let me tell you, you can even tackle all of them at once. Because unajiambia, nimetackle huyu. Sasa nini tanishinda? You know, so yeah, there's just something that keeps you going.
Keeps you going.
Yes.
Is it the same view, Fila?
Hii game iko tu sawa.
So something I would want to know from the two of you, since you play in the same team, what makes training fun? And who makes training fun? Those are 2. What makes training fun and who makes training fun?
Kusema tu kweli, saa zingine ni wewe tu ujibambe, to be honest. Because your training ngumu. So inabidi wewe ujibambe kwanza ndani, so that's what you transfer. Yeah.
Fila, is it the same for you?
Tizi ni ngumu. But tena
rewards pia ni tamu.
Rewards pia ni tamu. So hatu kikasirika, then what? You understand? And then ukasirika more, training inakuwa hard. But when you're happy, even if the training is hard out, utapush on. Sometimes tizi inakuwa ngumu mpaka tunajiangalia hivi wasema, my guys, itabidi. Let's push on, because especially when we have high training day. Inakuwa tough to a point, ukiangalia hata teammate wako unataka kulia, lakini ukiangalia huyu unataka kulia, then now you just handle it, mnasema itabidi tu tumepush. So hiyo the spirit of togetherness ina make it ikuwe more fun.
Sinaida, umelenga swali nimekuuliza, who makes training fun?
We all do. And I think also as a team, I think pia coaches huona. Because bede kuna masiku wanaona hii rugby imewashinda, watu weke volleyball. Sasa sisi tena hatuna hiyo kipawa. Now we are there trying, unagonga hivi inaenda nyuma, you know, you get it takes you off the seriousness of rugby. Sometimes it's football, like me, I have 2 left feet. Fila atanifanyia whatever she wants, but I'll be happy because it takes us off the pressure. So I think sometimes it's us, we'll have activities like dancing and whatever. So it's a shared role. The management step in when they feel like they need to ease us, and we also do.
What emotions comes to you as a leader when your team is winning? Philadelphia.
But you know, everybody loves winning. So to me, I'm always proud when you're doing well. And as a leader, I always feel like we're achieving whatever we want as a team and our targets. So me, I embrace everyone because it's a team effort. Yeah, so.
Is it the same with you?
Huyu anadanganya. Huyu anadanganya.
Ni nini anasemanga?
Tukishinda hivi alianza kulia kitambo. She wants to hug everybody. Sijui hata mbona hasemi hiyo.
So unasema ngoja.
Anaanza.
Yeye ndio emotional kabisa kwa team.
Kabisa.
Cheki vile anakuangalia.
Cheki.
Furaha, si emotions za-
Of course,
si ile
like
kulia.
ile furaha because at the end of the day bado mkishindwa yeye tena ndiye anaenda kujibu maswali.
Sasa anafurahi ni kama alikuwa ashaiona, anafurahi kitambo.
Faith, what goes through your mind when you are winning? Unajua hapa tu tukikutana na huyu namwangusha.
First of all, before the ring, there is that tension that you have. You know, this is something you're going to fight. And you are the only one getting into the ring.
Yes.
You know, when you are in a team, kuna vile hiyo pressure, you will be able to absorb it because you are many. But uko hapo peke yako, you have that pressure. But I usually tell myself, no, I'm going to make it. And then I just believe in myself and I get into the ring. And once I go to the ring, the first round it was tough. Like my opponent was ahead. Around 6, I was nil, but I kept on fighting. I said, no, I'm taking this thing. I'm qualifying. And then I got second. Second round, we tied. We pushed to 15-15. And then there's this third round, I pushed so much, and then I got 27 at 21. So, and that's how I qualified. So it was a good experience.
So let me ask you, you mentioned that you are into climate change. You know, somebody watching this will be asking themselves, why are you into climate change? And why did you decide to take that path?
I take that path because right now, our global threat is climate change. Why? Because we as athletes, as you train, you need a clean air, right? And you need clean water. You need clean food. And right now, when you can even just walk around doing your research, you will see all rivers are polluted. You can even see what is going inside there. We can see our air is also being polluted. And then you've seen several cases on media about pollution and so on. And even right now, we're having a threat of global warming.
Yes.
And you see, sports, for our well-being, we need to also champion something related to climate because it's a threat for our future generation. If we'll have polluted air, meaning breathing difficulties will come, like what Indians right now are experiencing, breathing problems because of the pollution. Now imagine athletes from Indians have to come to train in Kenya because of a polluted environment. Why should we be taking our team to maybe Rwanda? Let me say use Rwanda. Rwanda is the cleanest in East Africa or even in Africa. Why should we take our athletes to Rwanda to train there because they have clean environment, they have clean water and leave our country? Why can't we start with things, building things in our country? So as much as we are sports people, we attract more fans, including even the state.
Yes.
So, and even Uhuru Kenyatta is the president, is the one in the Council of Climate Change. Even the other day, April, they had a meeting with Joe Biden, and the discussion was about the climate change action, adaptation and mitigation. And that's why I decided we really need to join hands as athletes and champion for climate.
How's the campaign been for you so far? The climate change campaign?
It's tough because there's so much. There's a gap in communication, information, climate change information. And then there's also a gap in the action because at grassroots level, because we are having so much climate funds and treasury, but we don't know how these funds are being used. And then another thing, people on the grassroots level, they are the ones who are doing these things. And then we other people that we have knowledge, we have the experience, we ignore. We just sit in the offices and ignore, you see. But if we can work together with everybody in this world and also in Kenya through partnership as sustainable goal, number 17, it's about partnership. If we partner with each and everybody, I think this dream of fighting climate change, it will really work,
It will really work, definitely. Of course, cheers to you for championing for climate change in Kenya. Right here in the bubble, I know you have interacted with people that you normally see on TV that they took part in the Olympics. What is that one thing that you've always wanted to know from them having in mind that these are people that have taken part in Olympics, they've played in you know, games of big magnitudes out there. What is that thing that you've always wanted to know from them? And right now, you're interacting with them in the bubble.
Okay, one thing is I wanted to know like the experience they've gone through, because we've had so much adversities in our sports sector. Because if we can compare, like I was in Egypt for 2 weeks, and the life those athletes are going through is a better life. They have their own gyms, they have equipment, they are paid to go and train.
Yes.
The Olympians from there are branded. And they are paid. But if you see here, I want to hear a story from each and every athlete, rugby, athletics, everywhere, even Paralympics, all of them. When I hear their stories, you see that they have gone through a lot of difficulties, and actually their victory, it's about God. And then there's that humble moment into their lives. It humbles you. When you just hear their stories, it humbles you, and it also gives me the strength to move on also. Yeah.
Fila and Sinaida, of course, we've spoken about climate change. She said that normally when she's about to get into the ring, she normally has a tension. Sinaida, what do you do to ease the tension before a match?
Sometimes you scream, sometimes you cry. But for me, I think actually a very good athlete once told me that if you don't have butterflies, then you won't perform. And so after he told me that, I embrace it. And I tell myself that's my fuel. Yes.
Philadelphia, what do you do to ease the butterflies?
Pia inavari na game ni gani?
Ama siku hizi ushazoea tu.
Hakuna kuzoea. This thing is tough. Whether hata ile team ndogo yenye unaonanga tunapiga daily. But before you get into that pitch,
yes,
you always have those jitters, butterfly, tumbo kwanza. You feel like running to the toilet 10 times. You feel like, yani, sometimes it's crazy. But again, I joke a lot.
So it eases the tension.
Yeah, and we put music and we dance. So after that, utafeel uko sawa kidogo.
Now that you've mentioned music, what's your favorite type of music? What type of music do you listen to? Unasikiza gani? Fila wewe tu.
Yenye napenda sana, ama unajua pia ina team, lazima ugo na flow ya team.
No, kuna ile sasa ukiwa peke yako
ile yangu nikitulia. Napenda music mzuri. Yani mimi ni mtafu, yani mimi ni mtafu to a point sasa sisikizi zile ngoma rafraf. Napenda vitu zinanisuthi, yani zile ni
So unapenda R&B?
R&B, blues, and gospel.
Sinaida?
For me, I'd say I'm a social listener. I don't think I have a specific genre that I like, but if someone is listening and it captivates, I tend to drift towards it. However,
anything goes.
Anything goes. However, I think before game, I really like to listen to Sauti Soul music. Yes.
Faith?
Gospel
throughout.
And country.
Now let me ask you, and that this we are having fun. Let me ask you. I'll begin with you, Sinaida. What's that one thing ushaisikia teammate wako akisema and you're like, something funny, it came from nowhere in a game, ikakushangaza? What was your reaction?
Ukisikia teammate wako amefanya hivyo, what would be your reaction? Si pia unashtuka, unashangaa hala? And especially if it's ikitoka kwa mtu mwenye mnategemea. Sasa unajiuliza kumbe ni ngumu hivyo.
Fila, hani ushaanza kucheka hata kabla useme?
Because you normally have different sounds. Unapata msa napiga wa ni kunoma. Then unamwangalia and then this one flame when you expect. Manze, kama niko chini, najua ataamka. Akishasema tu wa, then you're like, hapa tumeisha.
So kama of course kama captain ukisikia ule unaona kama leo siko huyu atatubeba, ukisikia akisema hivyo unafanya nini?
First, unamuobserve tukicheza. Ukisikia tu amesema wah ni kunoma, then ataenda anyamazi completely. Unajua si uongea like mshike like mdefend ama niko nyuma yako. But the moment amesema tu wah ni kunoma and you're like aongei tena. Hatu uende muongeleshe. Unaona tu ana nod kichwa hivi unaambia amka manzi. Amka jo ni ngumu lakini so tupambane. So you try to encourage hata kama ni ngumu hata kujibu sawa nitajaribu. But you always know huu ni player. Kama huu unajua akiwa on yuko on. Unaona? Akifunga shop amefunga hata uende ufungue amelock. Unaona? So utamwambia yes atapush because pia that's why nasema in team sport ni kitu muhimu. Anaweza feel ako down but the moment atasikia sauti yangu ni msho manze amka. Utafeel captain anani trust. Siwezi tena bucha. Then unaona tena merudi kwa game. So kidogo inasaidia.
Faith, kwa taekwondo ushaipiga mtu ukasikia kilia unasema huyu leo ni kubaya?
Hapana.
Really?
You know, okay, what I say at times, there is this new technology. Unajua mimi nimepata the new taekwondo, the one with electronic scoring system. The previous one ilikuwa war, vita mbaya. So as much as niko na hiyo nguvu, at times I train the new one, the new technique. It's all about scoring too. Ukwe mjanja kwa ring, see how to score. Sijawaumiza sana. Lakini nikiona na
but kuna wale umeumiza.
Yeah, nikiona amenilemea nafungua tu war. Could defend the title of my country. So
war ni war.
War ni war.
There can only be one winner. And let me note from you. I mean, you've traveled to different countries, and mshaenda country unapewa food unasema hii food gani?
Tusiende mbali. Tunisia. Imagine unakula
last month.
You eat the mayai in different variations in one plate. So kuna mayai ni muffin, mayai ni boiled, mayai iko kwa sijui, it's just egg. Ingine it's mkate ngumu, ikikugonga unaenda.
But wanasemanga hakuna mkate ngumu mbele ya chai.
Hiyo hata ishiki chai, ni ngumu.
Fila?
Mi kwanza niseme my eating habit pia ni a bit tricky. So sometimes mi upata challenge sana tukitravel. But the worst one ni hiyo Tunisia. As in, you don't know what you're eating first. Unapata you have cocktail of food. Yani mpaka unajiuliza kama ni food ama ni poison. But umewekewa sijui fish inakaa aje, umewekewa mayai. There is no way utacombine hizi vitu zote kwa tumbo moja. Unaona? And then unapata ushasaviwa hapo. Hata kukula mentally ushakuwa mgonjwa na hujakula hiyo food. So Tunisia ilikuwa mbaya.
So let me ask you, when you meet such type of foods, what do you normally do? Ndio unajua nisipokula kesho pia game itakuwa ngumu. So what do you do?
I think inakuanga survival. So like for example in Tunisia, when we travel, usually you end up carrying like a few snacks because it's also important to have bitings.
Yes.
So day 1 utajifanya juu bado kona snacks. Day 2 ujifanye zaidi bado kona snacks. By day 3 you have to adapt. Inabidi you find your way around it.
Fila?
Kuna time hata hizo snacks haziko. Like unajua kuna like mwenye ako kando yangu hapa. Wali unaona nasema hivyo. First day in Tunisia naambia hii ndio life, itabidi tumeadapt my guys. It's so hard. Ananiambia no, me I can't. It's so hard for me. Day 2 naambia anza kukula hii food. Hii ndio kitu iko. Day 3 unamwona amebeba birika ya chai. Na hizo mkate ngumu.
Ulimuuliza what changed?
Aliniambia ni kubaya njaa. Kwanza yeye mwenyewe ndiye anaenda jikoni kuitisha hot water. Inabidi umeadapt and you know now tulianza sasa kusurvive na hot chocolate na bread because hakuna food. Mpaka yeye mwenyewe she's not a tea person lakini ilibidi amejoin in tunakula kitu hiko.
Has it ever happened to you, Faith?
Yes, to my team and me, it has happened. We've gone to different countries. Unapata most of their food ni tofauti na hii yetu. At some point for qualifiers tulibeba unga yetu ya ugali, mwiko, and then sufuria tuliomba huko wiku.
Nani aliwachanua mbebe?
Sisi wenyewe tu tulijichanua tu. Tukasema this time round lazima hii ni qualifiers.
So you had experience somewhere else.
We had an experience somewhere else. But sasa hiyo ilikuwa tu ya qualifiers tu peke yake. But these other ones tumekuwa tu tukikula. Juu sisi njaa ikituuma, tunakuanga wabaya. Tunakuwa wakali. So to prevent that hunger, so si yenye tunapata mbele we eat. Hivyo tu so long as isi react na mwili yako. For example, when I take prawns and maybe some types of fish, I have an allergic reaction. So I tend to avoid something, fish, like the seafood mostly, I tend to avoid. But these other ones I just eat.
Those other ones you just eat. Fila, you're transitioning to strength and conditioning?
Yep.
Yes, why?
Just as you know, sport is sweet. And haina limits. You see, and reason why I chose to be a strength and conditioning coach is after playing, or if I decide to retire, then what next? Being that I'm this person mwenye I cannot be in one place. I wake up in the morning, sit in office, napigiwa kelele, you know. I want to be active, see. So being a strength and conditioning coach, there's a lot of things that involve. So to me, being in sport itself ni something I love, it's something I want to do even after kumaliza kucheza sasa. Ni kwetu hapo strength and conditioning coach. Yep.
So after hii Olympics tutakuwa na Olympics ingine?
Kwani kwa Mwenyezi Mungu ama God akinipatia hiyo uwezo na hiyo energy, why not? Because unajua the more pia una train, una work hard, unaweza hata cheza hata ukiwa 40. As long as unaweza deliver, hiyo ndio kitu muhimu, unaona. Venye hata Sinaida umesikia amesema alidecide na retire, akaona hii si retirement. Hii ni break nimejipea. So pia naweza amua ati I don't want to play as from next year. Then I go sit down and say, there's something I'm missing in my life. I can still give back. Nona.
Sinaida, your nickname in the team ni gani?
Sexy.
Kwa nini wanakuita sexy, and how did it come to be?
Now,
yes.
When I joined rugby, I didn't get...
Fila ameanza kucheka hata kabla uongee.
Sikupata memo. They say nilikuwa na udiva, sijui na kimbevi, but mimi sikuwa naonekana, mimi nilikuwa naona nakimbia normal. Yeah, so it's stuck.
Wakaanza kuita sexy. Is it true, Fila?
This one was a baby girl, as in lady girl of the team. We're going to the pitch, makeup on, sijui nini. Yani, anataka kuweka vitu in order all the time. She's like, no, apanguze vitu. Hii ni game, tunaenda kucheza kwa matope. Forget about your makeup and all that. But mpaka sahi, ako tu hivyo. And that's why mimi niliamua tu nimwite. She's too sexy for this game.
Good thing she can still handle the game.
So, ni msexy mhad. As in, despite her being that girl, kwa game, ni mtu different. Yeah, so that is one thing I love about her. So hata kama ni wanasema like, how do we manage to play this tough sport yenye inaonekana ni it's a men's game. But kama ndemwa looks hivi anaweza then basi anyone anaweza.
Nickname yako kwa team?
Mimi niko na nickname.
Sinaida, nickname ya Fila ni gani?
Mingi.
Okay, tuambie tu mbili. Ama tatu. Since ni mingi tuambie tu tatu. Na utuambie kwa nini mnamuita hivyo.
Mimi namuitanga pia yeye sexy. Juu sasa nilichoka kimita sexy nikajiambia tukue wawili.
Burden lazima ikuwe shared.
To share. Alafu pia vile amesema ni mraf. So pia mimi I wanted to rub off my sexiness kwake tu akue kidogo tu, si sana.
Kidogo tu. The other nickname?
Fee, tunamitanga Fee, because sometimes when you're playing Fila is too long. Even now Philadelphia is even longer.
Uwezi kimbia ukiita Philadelphia.
Hewa itaisha. So tunamita tu Fee. Those are the two I can think of.
Those are the two that you can think of. Faith, the nickname that they've given you.
My nickname is Ogalo Serikal. Ogalo Serikal.
Kwa nini?
They believe I'm the government.
Wewe ndio kusema.
That's hivyo tu.
Serikali ndio kusema. Now, favorite movie? And why it's your favorite movie? Your favorite movie and why it's your favorite movie?
Favorite movie and why it's my favorite movie. I think I enjoy watching the Mission Impossible series just because I like the action and the adventure in them. Yes.
Fila? Ama you're not into movies?
Naija.
Me, I watch
Anything?
karibu zote. Yenye nakam.
Yenye nakam. Faith, favorite movie?
I'll say it's the Black White. This was a corpse, a black corpse in American Army. And then this girl, all other police were corrupt. And she's the only lady who stood by her duty. And then he was able to arrest these drug traffickers. And then I just love the way she used to wake up in the morning doing the run. She used to be very fit and firm. I just loved her.
Now I understand why they call you
Serikali.
Serikali. Now, ladies, of course, we are about to wind up, and Kenyans will want to know from you. Sinaida, tutarajie nini from the Lionesses?
Matokeo. We have worked hard. We have gone through, faced challenges, and we have overcome. So I think the end goal is to perform and to bring back great results as compared to the previous Olympics.
Fila?
Yeah, better result this time round because the environment itself inatuforce to let a better results. We are working and we are still working and we are working on our weaknesses. And I believe it's not going to be like business as usual. Yeah, we must also show Kenyans that they're not just supporting us just for the sake. Yeah, we are going to carry our flag very high and best results.
Best results. We should expect best results from the Lionesses. Faith Ogalo.
Yes.
What should Kenyans expect from you in Taekwondo at the Olympics?
Okay, I would say that this time round, Team Kenya have received a lot of support from various stakeholders. We would admit that. And our main goal is to go and perform, and we fit in medal bracket in all teams because you've really supported us. Even this show, if I was to host this show, I don't know ningelipa pesa ngapi, but I've gotten it. This is a greatest opportunity, and I thank everybody, every Kenyan, and I would say that they continue praying for us because it's not easy with the pandemic. It's very difficult to maintain a team during this COVID-19 pandemic. So they have to pray for us, and Team Kenya, we will deliver all our best here.
Philadelphia, final remarks. Do you feel like there has been better support this year in these Olympics?
Yeah, first I want to thank the government and also NOC. They've really done wonders. Compared to the previous Olympics, there's been a lot of changes. Even in terms of how athletes are being treated, it's more professional now. So to me, I give them a plus on that. And waendelee na hiyo kazi. I think we are in the right track now.
We are in the right track. Sinaida, support, in terms of support, what are your thoughts?
They have really put their best foot forward, making sure we are okay physically, not just physically, mentally. We get mental check-ins, you know, our nutrition, emotionally. So I would say that as an athlete, having been in the system, I am very grateful, and I acknowledge and I recognize the efforts that they're putting forth. And I urge them to continue so that the generation that is coming can catch up and can also move a notch higher in terms of professionalism in the sport.
Of course, thanks a lot, ladies. Faith Ogalo from Taekwondo, and Philadelphia, Olando, and Sinaida Aura from the Kenya Lionesses rugby team. We have been having a chat on how the preparations have been, you know, and also having fun on, you know, how things have been in their life so far. Remember, it's only 42 days before Tokyo 2020 Olympics officially take off, and the ladies have given us their experience, their journey from how they managed to transition from different sports and to the sports they are taking part in now. So that is how we wrap it up on Team Kenya Chat. But remember, the conversation continues. The ladies will be answering your questions on their platforms later on, so you can tweet to them or also go to their Facebook profiles. Sinaida, where do they find you?
On Facebook, I'm Michelle S. Aura. On Instagram, I'm Sinaida_Aura. And on Twitter, I'm Sinaida_Aura as well.
Philadelphia?
Facebook, Phil Olando. Instagram, Phila_Olando.
And Faith?
Facebook, Faith Ogalo. Twitter, @Ogalo Faith. Instagram, Ogalo Faith.
Can I have a conversation with them? But remember, the hashtag that we are using here on Team Kenya Chat is Team Kenya Live, and also you are the reason. That is where we call it a day. Enjoy your afternoon.
Stina ndio tukaenda Tokyo. Watu walikuwa wanapambana kweli. Ilikuwa nakimbia 800. Lakini hiyo ilikuwa 880. Hit yangu ya 880 nikawa number 1 in time of 1:45.5. Watu naangalia mimi. Wasungu na chacha bwana. Wale train themselves usiku na mchana. Sasa ya mwisho I know nisule niliamua nitoe mbio lakini wapi. Lakini suma mimi mpaka nakuja namba 3. Sasa nikakwama hapo. Wilson Kiprugut came home with the first bronze medal. And that bronze medal was an honor for us in the continent of Africa, coming home with a medal. Those who are going to go to the Olympics for the first time, they have a lot to do. The standard has gone up. 3/4 of what it's supposed to do depends on the individual, mentally, physically. The mind always plan, how do you want to do it? How do you want to run? How the training you have done, and you can be able to perform well through your physical fitness and your mind. Mchezo ndio ya mtu. Hii safari ilikuwa hii sasa nikaenda na mimi nakwenda kufundisha, nione ya kwamba mimi napenda kitu ambacho mnaweza kutumia macho yangu. Sasa siwezi kutumia, kwa hivyo Mungu amlinde hawa warudishe nyumbani, mwaka ingine tunaenda.